What's poppin', y'all? If anything put a nail in the coffin between Cardi B and Offset after they had gone back together, what, 5, 6, 7, 8 times, it is her popping out not only with Stephon Diggs and partying and doing all that. I think that was enough for Offset to not take her back, but getting pregnant. And now a lot of people are saying, like, yo, how are you getting pregnant with a kid? And this is an album rollout. This is one hell of a rollout, I gotta say. But she talks about how she's still married because she gets pressed on that by one of the fans. And she has this to say. And I'm going to play you guys that clip right now.
The only reason why I'm still married is because somebody wants me to pay for the taxes. Y'all want to know the tea? The only way I could get out of my marriage if I pay for somebody else's taxes, even though I pay for my own, and give them one of my properties. I'm fighting for that. I'm gonna fight for that. This is not no love. And like I said, I'm not gonna stop living my life because on a contract, I'm practically still married because somebody wanna hold me hostage if I don't give them millions of dollars to get out of it. So that's what I'm going through in life. However, I'm not gonna live my life. Y'all want me to remarried and stuff to have another baby and stuff like that? I'm doing things how what makes me happy.
There she goes. She doesn't want a divorce because she's scared to lose some bread because she, of course, makes more money than Offset. And especially now when she's going to be active in her career, she's going to make more money than Offset. And Offset can put her on alimony. But the part where she says, oh, now I'm going to do whatever I want. Hasn't she been doing whatever she wanted? Everybody was telling her to leave the dude how many years ago? And it's funny how she says, like, yeah, just because a contract says something. Yo, I thought it was vows. Well, no, I didn't think that. Y'all think it's vows. I thought like vows till death do us part. Like, y'all, a lot of people should be dropping like flies because it sounds like you're just, whenever I see somebody get married, I just see like, okay, what's the expiration date on this? I'm not even thinking like, oh, okay, they're together forever. It's like, sometimes I take like fun bets. I'm like, yeah, I'll give them 3 years. Somebody's like, yeah, I'll give them five. I'm like, five? Five is a lot. Five is like the new 15. 5 years married, that's the new 15. So with her situation, she's talking about, I don't want to get out of this. And some people are, of course, coming to the conclusion of, which is a fair conclusion to come to, of saying, well, this is a situation that the majority of men in her position have to go through. And it's usually a man that has to suffer from this situation where he has to pay alimony or something. Like, just look at the Dr. Dre situation. If there wasn't something as crazy as that, where it was like he was supposed to pay like $2 million a month or something, and then I think they whittled it down to just a measly couple 100,000 a month in alimony. And I think, does she still get to live in the crib? That would be insane. So when she's talking about Offset and the house, I think it's because he wants the New York house. He just wants to be where his kids are at. That's really what it is. Like Offset, he loves his kids, man. We seen Father of Four. That was before. Was that when he first had the baby? I think that was when he first had his first kid with Cardi B. And this is the thing. Cardi B was going after Offset. She knew what the deal was. But we're going to wrap back around to this topic after we go through this other section of her talking about why she chose to leave Offset. Because we're not letting Cardi B off the hook, and we're going to use her own words against her here. And hey, whatever lawyers need this, go ahead and take it. Offset's lawyers, hey, take this. It'll only help you.
If I was still there, I was gonna end up going to jail because I was gonna end up killing them seriously with my own bare hands. It was just getting too much. I do not understand why I'm getting so much disgusting hate from men. I'm even being called a by men. It is so crazy. I don't understand how I was married for 7 years and I was faithful for 7 years. Before that, I was engaged for 3 years. Everybody know that I was engaged to somebody that was in jail. I feel like I've been married for a very long time. You don't see stories of me being a whore, being a slut, and being this and that. Just because I was a stripper, I wasn't. Just so many mean things. Then, like, it's like, oh, I'm popping out with somebody to get other people mad, and like I'm playing a certain type of game. I don't think people realize the mother popped up with a new significant other before me. I was having a good day on New Year's, and mother pop out with their shorty on New Year's. I didn't rush to find somebody to pop out. Like, oh, where are you popping out with somebody? I'm gonna pop with somebody too. I was single September, October, November, December, January, February. I was partying. I was learning myself. I was crying a lot. There was nights and there was days that I felt like it's like, damn, I feel real lonely. And I took my time to learn myself and I cried a lot of tears. There was times that I used to be like depressed and I was like sad and like my mind just kept going in circles and circles and circles. For some reason, when I had those weird episodes, that's when a motherfucker would like hit me up or text me out of the mood, checking on me and stuff like that. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should just give it a chance. You know what I'm saying? I built a friendship. I got to know the person. They get to know me. I feel very refreshed. Yeah, I be putting my business out there, but I don't think my that people understand just things that I like literally went through.
The first thing a lot of people were asking about is, yo, this guy's cheated on you. And this is something that I've asked about too. And I've given credit to Offset. I was like, this guy, he started off as a cheater before you got married. He cheated when you were engaged. He cheated when you were married. And every single time she pretended to have a problem with it. You don't really have a problem with something 3 times in a row if you're not leaving. And it's not something violent. So she chose to stay with him. People are like, yo, now the guy cheated and he quote unquote popped out with his new girl and you want to leave? Like, what's up with that? And then she goes on to say, I'm going to play you guys this clip right now, that it was more than that.
Everybody just be like, oh, you left somebody because they were cheating on you and blah, blah, blah. It's just more than the cheating. It's just like the constant lies, the gaslighting. It was really messing up with my head. It got to the point, like last year, I really felt like I was going crazy. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep.
I think it's funny when somebody like Cardi B thinks that with her bare hands she would be able to do anything to Offset, when it's not even just Offset. It could be any dude. But we've seen Offset getting busy in crowds of people, no fear in his heart. If his life was threatened by Cardi B with her bare hands, we're not talking about anything, any accessory that she's using to cause him harm. And I don't know what kind of rage he built up in her to get her that angry. Although Cardi B is quick to get angry. We see her in the way that she reacts to just people that throw disses at her. She takes it zero. Like, let's say, let's look at the JT situation, for instance. She'll take something that went 0 to 10, and then she'll take it 10 to 100. She's just trying to up the ante. But when she talks about the situation about, and this is a crazy pattern. She's like, yeah, I was married. And she is pretending that, and I don't know if this is actually her naivete, because I think she's preserved that to a degree, maybe not in the business sense, but in the personality sense. And this is probably why people are still have an affinity towards her. It's that she's saying like, yo, I don't know why all these like men are hating on me and calling me this. They've been hating on you since day one. They never stopped hating on you, and they didn't even need a reason to hate on you. Really, a lot of female rappers, just the fact that they are female rappers and they are liked and they are successful is enough for most dudes to just hate on them. And it's not that they're hating because they feel any type of way. It's just for the sport of it. It's just for the fun of it. They just pick on female rappers as opposed to anyone else. Now, a female rapper like Lotto isn't going to get as much hate. Do I know why? I don't know why, actually. There's probably varying reasons to it. But Cardi B is also somebody that likes to stir up drama. And the fact that she went at, yeah, I think part of the situation is the relationship with Offset. And that's why she's getting hate. Like, if she was in a relationship with some dude that wasn't a rapper that they liked, then I don't think they'd have too much of a problem with it. And that's probably why Lotto is not as hated. Or even Ice Spice. Or maybe they just think they're more attractive than Cardi B. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But people will say that Lotto's in a situation with 21 Savage, but it's not publicized. It's not out there. There's no drama she's creating for 21 Savage. There's nothing that's really going on that we know about. So she's not going to suffer the negative repercussions of that. Circling back to the point of Cardi B and talking about she was married for 7 to 8 years and she was very loyal. Yeah, like she took the guy back after he cheated multiple times. We never saw anything public that would humiliate him. But this is the choice. So she said she was engaged to somebody or seeing somebody that was in jail for 2 to 3 years. Okay, so the first dude, he was in jail for 2 to 3 years. Okay, that says a lot. Second dude, Offset, he was already in jail. And then you get married to him, and before you even get married to him, he's a serial cheater. Okay. And he's doing this other stuff to get you angry. And then after the guy that was in jail and Offset, you get with this dude who's allegedly rolls both ways with dudes and chicks, allegedly, highly alleged. I don't want to believe that. I don't want to believe that. And he allegedly has another kid too at the same time that he's seeing you. And she says, "Oh yeah, we developed a friendship." This is where I'm talking about the naivete of Cardi B. You developed, and of course he's an NFL player. So there's a pattern here, and I believe that "Am I the Drama," being her album name, is the perfect title for this. Cardi B loves drama. She could not live a peaceful life. She does not. She likes the idea of a peaceful life and a peaceful home, but that's not what she truly wants. She wants the ups and the downs. She wants the emotional roller coaster. And then when she was down on that roller coaster, this guy became her friend, quote unquote. You think this guy, the way that this guy moves, do you think he's like, man, I just want to help her out. I just want to be friends, and it just developed into something? Come on, man. Not a single soul on earth believes that. But it did work for him. And then I'm going to play you guys this next clip when she addresses Offset a little bit more.
Like my baby came out 5 pounds, a healthy baby, because I couldn't eat because I was so depressed. I was so depressed because the lies, the constant drama. I would wake up every single morning paranoid because it's like, oh my God, what's new? Oh, this guy got caught doing something. Oh, blah, blah, blah. It got to the point that like my label, they just came to a meeting like it's like, yo, we have to find her a therapist. Like she's going cuckoo. And I did therapy. I decided to have my baby and everything. And it's just like when it's the end of something, it's literally the end of something. I don't know what these men wanted me to do. Y'all wanted me to get a disease or like literally put a gun in my head because I was so depressed. Like this man probably would like somebody could stab me and this man probably will still do something with them. It's just no type of loyalty, no nothing. And for people to think that I'm popping up with somebody like to be spiteful, like, oh, try to teach somebody a lesson. I was single for a very long time. They popped up with somebody first. These men don't even realize that person posted their significant other first on their page. You just don't peep it because y'all don't give a I give a when I do it. Y'all don't give a about when they do it. I don't think people understand how tired I was.
This gives us a little bit more context into their situation and this uneasiness. Maybe it was while she was pregnant. The fact that the baby comes out weighing less than it should says a lot. But I don't know if we can blame Offset for this situation because we have not seen Offset change at all from when we first knew him. He got a little bit less violent. He hasn't been getting arrested like he once did. His music has gotten better. We've only seen positive things, really, other than this situation with Cardi B, which is, I wouldn't say it's out of his control because the cheating is in his control, but it's not out of his character, which has been consistent thus far. And for her management and team to want to get her therapy, she was definitely down in the dumps. But does that mean that, well, I don't really care that she left Offset, but does that mean that this guy's going to make the situation better? Who knows? And I think she's right in that people didn't care that Offset popped out with a new chick, but I think it's because people just thought it was a rollout for a project, and I think he was posting the chick as like somebody that he was doing a music video with, so nobody really saw it as him doing something to Cardi B or him leaving Cardi B. And it wasn't a celebrity chick. That's the thing too. I think she needs to take note of that. Like a rapper, you leaving a rapper and getting with an athlete, or you leaving an athlete and getting with a rapper, that says something completely different than him being with you as a rapper and you're a famous rapper and him getting with some random chick that we don't know, whether she's a model, IG model, whatever career she may have. However, if Offset popped out with, I don't know, a Doja Cat, I cannot even imagine that pairing, then people would have a lot to say. And even the dudes that she's claiming don't care, I think they would say, yo, what the hell is going on here? And then in this next clip, she gets a little bit emotional with her fans telling her about the situation and what it was like getting back into quote unquote dating.
I was mentally drained. I was literally losing my mind. And I gave it chances after chances after chances after chances after chances after chances. Where I'm in a place right now, I'm in a place right now that I'm very happy. And I feel like I'm crawling. Like it's like I'm learning how to do things. Dating is new to me. It took a long time for me to open up to somebody. Everything is lined up perfectly in my career. I love my kids. I love all three of my kids. I love my life. I'm very happy right now. I haven't been this happy in a very, very long time. I'm very happy. I be talking about my fans because I feel like we're so close. I feel like I'm a brand new person. I almost want to change my name. I don't know where things are gonna take me. But I had to jump in that water. Dating, it felt very strange. Talking to somebody else, it felt very strange. And I took my time. People, when they see me, they just see a bad bitch, a famous and funny. And some people just think that I'm loud, crazy, ghetto, but I'm very, very gentle and I'm very emotional and I'm very passionate. When I'm with somebody, it's not, oh, fun, 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 party, 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 twerk, twerk, twerk. It's almost like I become motherly because I'm very protective. I'm protective of everybody that I love. I'm protective and I like to give advice. You know what I'm saying? I like to give advice and I like to keep people on their toes.
I don't know what that was because it was just Stefan Diggs hitting her up and doing everything. So she didn't really do anything other than, maybe follow along the steps. And I do think she is right in that, like, that character that she played, it's not a character, it is her. But there's different sides to a person. And I do think she is like that. And that's probably why Offset stayed with her for so long, or was drawn to her more so than just the lust and what kept it together for so long. But we gotta talk, and I don't doubt that she loves her kids, man. She does a lot for those kids, and she also talked about how her kid's life didn't really change because it's the same. And this is the thing, a lot of people are talking about, like, her traumatizing her kids. I don't want to play that clip because she's like really, really angry there. And she doesn't provide much context, but her kids are already growing up in an abnormal environment. It's not like the dad's constantly has to do shows. The mom constantly, well, she was there for a very long time because she put her career on hold. But right now, she's got to move around a lot. So it's not like, oh, yeah, the evening comes and mom and dad are in the house 5 days a week or 6 days a week. That's never been the children's reality. So when she talks about my kid's life hasn't changed at all, I believe that. Now, seeing these situations play out in public, that's a bit of a different story. Because, people like wonder, like, why their mom and dad separated, and they never really know, and they may get the story, but for them to, we don't even know if, they don't even know if that's the real story, but these guys get to see, their kids get to see the story and look it up, which they will look it up when they get old enough, and come to their own conclusions. But when it came to the money aspect of it, I think Offset deserves his paper. And why does he deserve his paper? And I would say a woman deserved her paper in this situation too. I'm going to play you guys this clip right now of when Bia had dissed Cardi B. And Bia really relaunched Cardi B's career. She got her back in the studio. She got her back dissing. She got her rolling out an album. She got her leaving Offset. She just cratered. Or Cardi B says this is the happiest she's ever been. So Bia is responsible for that. But I'm going to play you guys this clip right now when Cardi B defends the cheating rumors that Bia started.
My security is this close with me. I got security. Every house that I stay in, I got security that my man contracted, that he pays for me and my children's safety, or whenever I go, he pays for it. So ain't no, any in and out movements that I do, my nigga know. Second of all, like I said, lying on my will get you sued, and I will get every little red penny that you ever make. Any money, every money that you make off your publishing. So find something safe to do. You want to talk about you not Tasha K. You're right. Ask Tasha K. She tried when she tried to lie that shit on me. What happened? Ask her. You're not Tasha K. You're actually dumb. Also, I just don't understand. Like, this is my thing. If anyone want a rap battle or do whatever, more or less, I feel like she's so beneath me that I feel like I never had to. But it's like when you go around lying on me and lying on me, and then it's like you doing lies that is like you trying to mess with my home, like you trying to mess with my house. You trying to mess with my house, and it's like, to me, like, that's beyond rap. To me, that's like, yo, that's some real hating, and it's crazy because not only is that some real hating, but it's like, I'm not perfect. My life is not perfect. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in a great place in my career. Whether I drop music or not, I'm still one of the top female rappers. The top female rappers. When I don't drop music or when I'm dropping music, I'm one of the most streamed and most talked about, even when I'm laying down at home. So that's one. However, when it comes to my career, I feel like I'm not. I have a dream. I have a dream that I want to accomplish, and I will never tell nobody. And I'm gonna tell y'all when I accomplish that dream. When it comes to my marriage, I don't have the perfect marriage. Y'all know what it is. I got my vices. Offset got his vices. We're not perfect. But one thing for sure is I'm rich as fuck. I'm successful as fuck in my career. I got beautiful kids. When it comes to my marriage, I don't got the perfect marriage. But one thing I got a that steps 10 toes behind me on everything. Any matter of fact, Jason Lee just got on it. Ask him. Every that ever try to play me on some internet, or every that try to play me in the streets, my press or my slapped. And y'all wouldn't even know about it. But people know what's up. My all the time, 10 steps behind me. When I got into this industry, was stealing money from me. Stealing money from me. Ever since I got married, nobody has stolen money from me. No lawyers, no accountants, no nothing. I have a special bond with my always. I'm always have a special bond with my.
So here, Cardi B's flexing a couple of different things with Offset. And she talks about our bond. We may not have the perfect marriage. Well, you guys don't have a marriage anymore. Well, legally you still do on paper. But she even said, we're separated. I got a new man. She's pregnant. Like, it moves quick. This was like, what, last year when she said we have an inseparable bond? Or we have a very deep bond? And she talks about, oh, the security, I couldn't cheat because the security's always with me. And Offset pays for my security. So my security would know what's going on. Okay, so hold on. You make more money than Offset, yet while you were married, Offset was paying for all of your security and making sure everything was taken care of. So you were just stacking paper that whole time, and Offset's spending and spending and spending on you. And then she also talks about how Offset was stepping about her, not just physically, to other rappers or other people that he felt were disrespecting her, but he made sure that her money was right when she got into the game. If you guys remember, she started to get managed by QC, where Offset is also managed. He may have made that introduction, but QC really got her right. And they handled the situations, I think, with a record label. She's been with Atlantic the entire time, though. And she's talking about he made sure that nobody was stealing from her anymore. So he made sure that you were able to pocket more money that you weren't pocketing earlier because people were taken from left, right, and center, from your performances, from your shows, from your music, from your publishing, whatever the case may be, business managers, whoever else was trying to fleece you, and he helped with that situation, yet he was still paying for everything, and he was making less than you. At the time, he was probably a little bit more popular. This is a bad and bougie era, but you got to keep in mind that whatever the Migos were doing, they were splitting down three ways. And Offset's solo career didn't start until a couple of years later, and it didn't even really get running until I would say like 2021. I would say 2021, 2022, Offset was really on a roll. 2023 as well. Like that's when Offset's career was clear. It was out of here. So he's done all of this to help her financially and spent on her financially whilst making less. So shouldn't he be compensated for that? We're just being fair here. He feels like, yo, I invested so much and you got to save all this bread this entire time and you make more than me. So I don't think she has a defense. And if the situation was that the woman was spending all on the man and really helped him get his business handled, I would hope that the guys that are critical of Cardi B would say, listen, man, she was instrumental in this, and she was out. Not only was she instrumental in the building of this, but she was also benefiting financially from somebody that made less than her. And they would side on the woman in this case. But Cardi B, she's got to cough up some bread. Offset, he's owed it. And it doesn't seem like he's asking for much. He's asking for a little crib, pay off his taxes. You know, what's the big deal with that? And we haven't heard Offset's side. This is why I think it looks better on Offset, because he's not saying anything. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And I'm going to see y'all in the next one.